Good morning. This is Dr. Beck here at LifePoint Medical. It is 10/28, 2021, and life is good for us this morning. And we want to hear from you if you need anything. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me give you a quick pearl. It's relevant to some things going on this morning. Okay, as a primary care physician, I have a group of patients that's assigned to me. And you voluntarily come up here and you fill out all that paperwork and you sign those consents. And when we put you in the computer, our computers are linked. So with like Northeast Georgia, and this was part of Obama's plan to interconnect all the computers. But what it is, one of the things that it does is it allows us to go on to the Northeast Georgia hospital and see if any of our patients are admitted to the hospital. And the way that they tag them is if when you go into the hospital, if you say that you are a patient of Dr. Beck's primary care, they will put that in there, and then we will actually, when we go to check the computer, it'll show us that you're in the hospital. And then we can start monitoring you while you're in the hospital a little bit. But what I'd like for you to do, and I think this is extremely helpful, is A, let us know if you can, you or a family member know if you've been put in the hospital. A. B, I want a family member or you to let us know when you're out. And if we can, I'd like to see you within like 3 days of you getting out of the hospital. The reason why is because many times people get put in the hospital and their medications are adjusted in the hospital based on what's going on. And there is always a disconnect. Or there's always transition of care is a hot topic when it comes to maintaining good care to the patient. So during that transition of care, I want to know what's going on because I want to find out if they've adjusted some of your medicines and that it was not the right adjustment, or it was a medication that you didn't necessarily have to be on during the hospitalization and they just forgot to put you back on it when you got discharged. That happens a lot. And so what I like to do is I like to know about you getting out of the hospital, and I want to see you and try to reconcile your medications as soon as humanly possible so that I can make sure that there's no interactions between the drugs that they started on you or they stopped on you, and make sure there's not some medicine that you and I have worked on for years to get you on it and get it stable, and they just stop it and then you end up in a bad way. So that's a service, that's a legitimate service. It is actually Medicare and all the insurance companies want us to do this. So if you would, just let us know and we will help with you. And sometimes we help people while they're in the hospital, even though I have to take somewhat of a hands-off approach because you're under the care of a multitude of doctors usually, but we like to be in contact with you and we want to make sure everything's going all right. And I do think it's even worse now with the COVID because you can't have people in the hospital with you. And so getting to you as soon as you get out of the hospital is really what we would like to do. As far as COVID-19 goes, 2,102 cases this morning, and then I think on my computer I had 5 positives pop up from people we've tested over the last few days. It's still here, folks, and I'm still talking to everybody every day about it, and just hang in there with me, and certainly let us know, and I'm treating people aggressively if you get it, and I still recommend the vaccine, but I definitely want to hear from you if you think you got COVID so we can intervene appropriately and keep you out of trouble. And there was one more death attributed to COVID this morning, and but anyway, we are here for you if you need anything. We are still looking for nurses, employees. If you got somebody that maybe you got somebody who's young who wanted to break into the medical field but they didn't have an entry point, let me talk to. Bring them up here. Send them up here and let me talk to them because we've got availability like that. I actually have been training nurses my whole life just by proxy, by being close to them. So I feel comfortable getting people and training them if they're trainable on how we do things over here and to help us out. And they just have to, we just have a standard that we go by. It's pretty. I mean, it's not passive. We just want to do a good job, and we try really hard to do a good job. So, if you know somebody like that wants to be a part of a team, let us know, and we'll talk to them. All right. Have a great day. Let us know if we can help you. Thank you.